Alright, so you're welcome to a new episode of Thinking Out Loud. Where we try to make sense out of situation happening around us in the world. In today's story, we're going to be looking at Dan Lemon interviewing Elon Musk. What we could take away from the story, for example, what was his business thoughts when he was thinking about the story? Why is he going to the left wing media for a press tour about his channel? Is it a good deal? Is it a bad deal? First, take a look at this video and see for yourself, and then we can come back and talk about it.
Do you believe that X and you have some responsibility to moderate hate speech on the platform? That you wouldn't have to answer these questions from reporters about the Great Replacement Theory as it relates
I
to
don't have
Democrats?
to answer these
The
questions.
Great Replacement Theory as it relates to Jewish people. Do you think that?
I don't have to answer questions from reporters. Don, the only reason I'm doing this interview is because you're on the X platform and you asked for it. Otherwise, I would not do this interview.
So, without wasting your time, my first takeaway from this lesson is it came across like a deposition instead of an interview or people talking to find a solution to a problem. So it didn't come off like two civil people having a discussion, which is something that I would have wished. And it's not because Elon Musk was supposedly going to be his boss. It's just that if there's something that we've learned so far from what has been transcending in the media space, especially from the mainstream media to the podcast form and long interview time, is that people are hungry to hear other people talk. We want people to be able to express themselves, to be given a chance to talk. And that kind of CNN, Fox News, mainstream media kind of pressing somebody, I think that method it's outdated now, and it's failing. And I get it. Don Lemon has been in that kind of media space for a while, and that's pretty much all he knows how to do. But I would have been expecting that the fact that he left CNN for a while, if he has done some self-reflection and if he wanted to grow in the podcast or in the personal media space, if I was him, I would look into and see what other people who are doing it are doing. The likes of Joe Rogan, the likes of PBD Podcast, the likes of there's a lot of them out there you could listen to. I mean, even B. Murr has been doing a good job at that too. Let people talk. If you're gonna be talking to people for about an hour or two, it would be nice if you let them speak. Another thing I took away from the interview is that it felt like he was looking for a gotcha moment. And I'm not saying this because I don't like the guy. Okay. Because honestly, he kept pressing, which is kind of good, but it was just like he was looking for clickbait. He was looking for that soundbite that he's gonna sell out to people and say, I told you. So I got him. So that's one thing that I also got out of the interview, and that's a bad job at this point in time. That's a bad job. Let people talk and put the interview out there, and people can see and tell. People are smart. I mean, pretty much. Let it out there, and people can deduct and be able to deduce what they think is bullshit out of the whole story, and that would have been better. And again, I also saw something about this interview that I would like to say. It felt like another thing Don was trying to do when he went on this tour in CNN and The View and the left wing media is he tried to prove to them that an enemy of my enemy is my friend, and, they're still team, and that's fine. That's the same thing we're saying. Let people have this room to talk, and we know where they belong to. But generally speaking, I think Don Lemon didn't do a good job, and it's not because Elon Musk was going to be his boss. That's not a thing. I just thought he should have been able to rebrand himself, even if he's still going to stand on his principles and what he believed in. I mean, obviously, he's the kind of guy who believed that black people are still suffering and living back in 1960, and he believed in a lot of stuff that he believes in. Plus, for him, that's fine. The only thing is that he should be more refined on how to have a political discourse like that, or how to have a civil discourse without having doing
welcome to a fresh
traditional
episode of
got
Thinking
you
Out Loud.
moment
Around here,
clips.
where we try to
But that's
give
just
a
what I
thought
think.
or
Let us
think
know what you
about
think in the comment section.
situation and matters about what's going on
you
around the world
want to support
without
us,
necessarily
please like and subscribe to this channel.
being given
We
an
love you.
opinion. It's just a
Thank
thought,
you,
and
and
we try to
bye-bye.
take
See
a
you in the next
perspective
episode.
that is